Good evening. Welcome to You Can't Handle the Truth Movies. We're going to give you a top 5. And as it's October, I'm going to pass it over to James.
Well, it may be October, but if it's not, it will be October soon. So we've got some of my horror lists coming out.
We are in the middle of September.
Yeah, I don't know when this comes out, but it'll be soon. We're doing classic horror this week.
Ooh, classic horror.
So this list this week is pretty straightforward because your classic horrors are all very well known. There's no real ifs, ands, or buts about it. But that doesn't mean there couldn't be like different ones in the top 5 or the 4th place or the 5th, whatever place. If you've got your top 5 or you think any of these could be replaced or whatever you think's better or worse, put your list in below. Like, because
Yeah.
when I go through looking at these, I could make like 10 different top 5 lists. And anyway, should we start it off then?
Yeah. Number 5?
Number 5.
Let's go with number 5. Classic horror movies.
Right.
Where we're at.
This one is one that probably most people would say shouldn't be on the list, and I'm putting on the list. It's the Candyman. Candyman. Do you know Candyman? Yeah. So the reason this is on the list is because when I was really young, like when I was at school, way younger than the age of watching this film, one of the older kids has obviously seen it, and they told the story of saying Candyman 3 times in the mirror. So like just being at school, everyone was going around like going Candyman, Candyman, and it's just before I'd even seen the film, like 5-6 years later, I already had this like atmosphere, this mythic thing about it going on, and
Built up.
I watched it, and man, this film is just grim, and it is a classic now. It's not an easy film to watch, like unless you're a nut job, like well, all us horror fans probably are anyway. But it's got a really, I don't know, it's really gritty, it's really dark, it's really bloody, and for me it's number 5. And again, there could be a lot at number 5, so I'm going with Candyman for my top 5.
Candyman.
Do you have what? Do you have any thoughts on Candyman, Chris?
No, well, but I don't. You said that people might disagree, but that's the thing. As soon as you say Candyman, I knew what you were talking about, and that is the whole point of a classic.
Yeah.
I knew which film I knew exactly that film. I knew. I mean, we went to school. We're the same age, as you can tell. Went to the same schools, and I distinctly remember that time at school.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, it's definitely a classic.
It's just there's a lot of them, like your Halloweens and your Michael Myers or whatever they are. What is it, Jason and Freddy? I'm not putting any of them on the list. I don't see them as like they are classic, but I'm just going with
true classics.
True classics.
That's what we're going to call it.
Anyway,
true classics.
Let's move on to number 4, shall we?
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's taking the only bit I need to do.
Sorry. Would you like to say it again?
So number 4.
Okay. Number 4 is The Silence of the Lambs. Now, I absolutely love Hannibal. I really love the TV show, and some of the movies are definitely better than others. I wouldn't even argue that Silence of the Lambs, I actually prefer probably the show over the movies. But The Silence of the Lambs is you know, it's another film. Before I'd seen it, I've been told by my parents that you do not watch that film. You don't watch that film. Like, it's just like, okay, why not? So I obviously want to watch it now.
Of course, yeah, of course.
And it's not actually the goriest or anything, but it's just, again, it's really grim. It's classic.
I think it's more psychological.
It's definitely psychological. You got Anthony Hopkins does a great portrayal of Hannibal Lecter. Is it Jodie Foster in this one? Mm-hmm. She swaps out in the Hannibal movie, but yeah, and it is a psychological mind mess up film. That's a really weird thing to say, but it's a true classic. It's got it's one of the rare shows that has a great TV show that follows it, in my opinion. I think the TV show is actually better than the films, like I just said, but this is where it all started. Obviously, you've got Red Dragon that before, but chronologically, the biggest hit movie that came out first was Silence of the Lambs, and I think it's a great pick for number 4.
I think that this was a really clever horror movie because cannibalism is scary and nasty in its own, and they could have had anybody going around murdering and killing people, but I think because the character's so clever and so intense.
That's a really good thing to say.
Yeah.
I didn't even point out that he was a cannibal. To me, it was just normal. I just thought he's having a Chianti and some fava beans. But yeah, he's like a super. He's actually a doctor. He's a medical doctor as well as a psychiatrist. So yeah, that's a really great point, actually.
And I think that makes it so scary.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to move on to number 3.
Right, number 3. The Thing.
Honestly, how did you forget that was your number three?
Because you were defending it the other week. So, no, The Thing, John Carpenter. You got this is a classic horror that's, the practical effects in this are next level in a good or bad way. They really absolutely put so much effort into making this film. It's really disturbing. It's really disgusting. It's got an alien premise where it's a parasitic entity. It takes over all the different people. It also brings up that like movie cliche of which one is it, and not knowing who it is. And it's just got so many good parts of this film. It's got a little bit of action in it as well. Kurt Russell's got an absolutely amazing hat. Chris wouldn't put this argument in his thing, but if you watch that film, look at the guy's hat. It doesn't even get through the door half the time. Like, it is a brilliant hat. Now,
yeah, watch the film for the hat.
Watch the film for the hat. Honestly, you won't be disappointed. You won't. It's a brilliant film.
No, it is a really, really good masterpiece of a film.
It is a masterpiece, and of classics, this is a true classic. I believe it's actually a remake, isn't it? There is a
remake.
No, it is the remake. The Kurt Russell one's the remake of there's one from the 50s, I believe.
Oh no, yeah, okay, yeah.
I might be wrong, but
I thought you were talking about the prequel remake thing. You were talking about
The Thing. It's really gross, twisty, turny, disturbing, beautiful classic. We said both are beautiful at the same time. Awesome.
Okay then, so that leaves us with two left. Number two also fits into the category of being a remake of a 50s version, but I'm going with the later version. And it's one of my personal favourites. It's called The Fly. This film is just flat out sick by the end of the film. But I really love Jeff Goldblum's character. I really like how it's a slow burn. I really like the practical effects and it really just is gross. He's spewing up on his hat. He's becoming a fly, essentially. It's pretty much given away in the title. He's making a teleporter. He's trying to teleport between the pods, and a fly goes in there when he does it. There's a classic Simpsons episode where they enact it like every other movie, I suppose. But he literally has his nails falling off. He's getting super strong. There's a scene where he's arm wrestling a guy and he just snaps his arm in the bar. He does all the things you'd think, oh yeah, I would do that if I had those abilities. Like, he really embraces them. But then all of a sudden, he's actually becoming really freaking gross at the same time, and becoming so... It's not animalistic. What's it called? It's called he calls it... I've got the line in the film, but he basically says insect politics or something. They don't have insect politics because they just follow their suit, or they just eat each other, basically. Or, they do up each other and suck each other through a straw. And by the end, when you think it couldn't get any worse... he's twisted and mixed with this part of the machine, and he's like, kill me. It's just a true horrific. It brings the definition of the word horrific, and it's great acted. It's great paced. I really like this film. It's really well watched. Yeah, this is one of those films it's good to go back to, because Jeff Goldblum of late has done some pretty terrible films, and I think it's good. Wicked. And you can disagree with me if you want, but
I can't say I've seen it.
You go back and you look at this and you go, that guy could really act.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Awesome.
I agree. That's a really good number two. So I'm intrigued as to what you would have put at number one.
Well, I don't think you will be after I say it, because I basically called it one of the best films of all time the other day. It's Alien. And I have an even bigger appreciation than when I was talking about it the other day, because I watched Aliens the other night. And do you know what? Alien, for me, is definitively better. Because Aliens, despite how good it is and acclaimed it is actually kind of silly. It does actually bring quite a big level of silliness to the film when you go back and... If you go back and watch it now, which it's brilliant silliness. It's a brilliant film, but... The troops, the way they talk to each other,
takes some of the darkness away.
They're all the best in the world. They've got the proton guns and that, and they're just... It almost gets slapstick. And what you just said captures it. It literally takes away some of the underlying mystique and darkness and build and suspense, and it doesn't have anything particularly new in it. It's got the alien queen, but the first one, everything in it was new. Everything in it was eerie. Everything in it was directed well. If you watched it at the time, people watch these films nowadays and think, oh yeah, I know that, and this is no. But if you watched it at the time, it was absolutely stunning. Everything was a twist. The robot that was there to protect them goes nuts. The aliens get acid leaking out of them. The puppeteering is like when the alien jumps out in the ducting, it kind of looks a little bit, oh yeah, it's a puppeteered alien, but it's also scary. If you're watching it in a dark room at night, and you'll be sucked into this film, and it will take you by surprise. It's an absolute, for me, it's the best horror piece of all time. And is it the scariest? Absolutely not. Is it one with the most gore? Absolutely not. It's just the best made horror film. Horror doesn't mean you just have to have like the most blood in a film or the most times you jump out of a chair. That doesn't make a film. How many of these films that like just give you hundreds and hundreds of needless jump scares, and they're just absolute rubbish films, right? They're just the same film over and over. This has a great cast. It's got a great antagonist. It's got, it's done differently. I think it's the best Alien.
It's one of those very rare films where you watch it and you watch how it's made and how it looks now. You can still watch it and appreciate how good it is.
Absolutely. And this classics list. I like to put films on that people may not have heard of or seen as much as I can.
But it's a
But
classic
you
list.
can't. These are the classics. And Alien, for me, you can't get much better than Alien. What do you guys think? Have I overrated Alien too much? I guess everyone's going to have to say yes, because I basically said it's the best of all time. So, but what other lists have we got out there?
Yeah, put yours, comment yours. And we do, honestly, we do read all the comments.
Yeah, all three of them.